sales, lawsuits for this world. The Applebee's franchise has been around since 1980. Whether you love or hate this neighborhood grill and bar, you can't deny that it was at one time one of the most popular destinations in the sit-down chain restaurant scene. Alas, they've been struggling in recent years, and the troubles really seem to have ramped up during the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite a significant number of closures in 2020, Applebee's hasn't given up. 2023 was supposed to be the year of an official bounce back. As reported by Restaurant Business, the company hoped to open more locations than it would have to close, but despite their best efforts to become relevant again, 2023 has ultimately not been a year of growth for Applebee's. Instead, it's been the same old news of more closures of underperforming locations. With its sports bar environment, Buffalo Wild Wings has been serving up plenty of beer and chicken to its enthusiastic guests since 1982. However, a grim shadow has recently been cast over the future of this chain. Recently, Buffalo Wild Wings was criticized for serving wings to its customers that weren't actually wings. The company was even taken to court over the issue. They admitted to using chicken breast prepared and fried in such a way to make it look like boneless chicken wings, instead of using actual bird wings. If this weren't nefarious enough, the company took another hit in 2023 when it pulled all of its remaining locations out of Canada due to poor sales. These closures seem to have occurred one by one over a long period of time, leading us to wonder what might be in the works for Buffalo Wild Wings in 2024. If the underperformance and dishonest actions are any indication, the future might just be a little less wild and less wing-filled.
You didn't like it.
No.
What's going on?
Fuddruckers got its start in Texas in 1980 with a promise that set it apart, as the buns housing its scrumptious burgers were baked daily from scratch on site. There's a lot to love about this idea, but we might not get to enjoy it for much longer. Fuddruckers is hardly the grand-scale chain that it used to be, as there are a mere 60 locations left in the United States. While the story is a long one with multiple twists and turns, it appears that a consistent dip in revenue and popularity can be attributed to Fuddruckers' acquisition by the company Luby's in 2010. The new owner made some less than popular changes that ended up driving earnings down rather than up. In 2020, Luby's itself was liquidated, and Black Titan Industries took over the flailing Fuddruckers locations. While this most recent owner has been admirably trying to rekindle things, we fear that poor Fuddruckers might be too far gone to revive. White Castle is the world's original burger chain. It got the ball rolling for all fast food beef and fry restaurants when its first location opened in 1921. But is it possible that White Castle's long reign might be finally coming to an end? Some recent financial troubles certainly have us concerned. Sadly enough, multiple White Castles have been closing across the nation. While a few shutdowns are hardly reason to panic, there's also the matter of a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. In 2023, White Castle was sued by one of its managers, and the fallout could cost the company a whopping $17 billion.
Oh no, falling lava!
A White Castle in Illinois was found to have breached state laws regarding digital identification systems. The employees had been using a technology for 10 years that failed to ask whether or not it was okay that their personal information, in this case their fingerprints, was being assessed via a third-party verification platform.
It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
This is illegal in Illinois, and the state Supreme Court ruled that the franchise had to pay for every single instance that it occurred. A payout of this magnitude can certainly be difficult to recover from, so it's definitely reason enough to worry about White Castle's long-term future. Originally known as Boston Chicken, Boston Market has been on the decline for years, and things certainly haven't improved much in 2023. There are currently about 310 locations in the U.S. While that might not sound too concerning, if you take a look at the bigger picture, some major issues begin to become clear. At its peak, Boston Market could boast 1,200 locations. So what has led to such a severe downsizing? For one thing, there has been a fair bit of scandal. In August 2023, 27 different locations were ordered to be closed by the Labor Department of New Jersey when it emerged that the franchise owed its workers $600,000 in outstanding wages. The company also had to pay a fine of $2.6 million, which only added to their pile of financial troubles. Obviously, Boston Market will need to implement some changes if it ever hopes to turn around its fortunes.
Bye.
There's
This
nothing
video is
quite
gonna
like
end
filing for
5,
bankruptcy
4,
to signal the
3, 2,
beginning of
1.
the end for a
Here I go